5'10". He's going to be down on his knees that quickly. That top half of the net is your target.
Sim wins the face-off back to Haas with a drive. And I got a piece of that. John Shear is a big part of this Czech team. Taking the important face-offs for him, now works it back in. His first IIHF tournament for the Czechs. He got that shot away, and Hanna got a glove on that. Hanna's played 4 games in the German Elite League for Düsseldorf. The rest of the time in the German Third League. Oh, Jens with it. Feeds it back across. The pass snapped ahead by Leon Huttel. And back to pick it up is Martin Haas. Takes the return pass from Zabransky. Haas plays in Finland in the Finnish second league. David Pastrnak kind of opened that door for Czech players. Ooh, that pass almost picked off by Yannick. As Schutz comes back the other way. Pastrnak played his hockey, his junior hockey in Sweden. Now back at the point along wrist shot by Seider. That was blocked. The rebound put wide. Stutzla back on it. Peterka back for Seider. Now a centering pass. Peterka in, shoots, scores! Stutzla to Peterka to the back of the net. He's got 4 goals in 4 periods, and the Germans lead 2-0.
Remember, they credited that first goal now to Lucas Reichel. So Reichel's a 17-year-old draft-eligible player. John Peterka's a 17-year-old draft-eligible player. And he's going to take the pass from Tim Stutzla, who also is a 17-year-old draft-eligible. Look how quickly Stutzla gets to the front. He takes the puck on the pass from Seider. He gets out in front of Zabransky. That opens up this pass lane to Peterka, who started on the forecheck, wheeled around to the slot, and then collects Tim Stutzla in his arms as the Germans have another 2-0 lead.
Team full cage strikes once again. So that's 3 goals so far for Peterka on the assist from Stutzla, and Václav Varada giving it to his team on the Czech bench.
It's a fine line here when you've got young players, as Varada's obviously not very happy. So he's giving it to him, but you can't panic either. There's lots of time left. So Varada's got to get the guys he most trusts on the ice to see if they can settle this down. Look, Peterka's going to start that play off the Stutzla forecheck. He's going to So Stutzla found Seider with the puck. When it went back to Stutzla, everybody turns to the puck. Nobody puts their head on a swivel to find Peterka, who'd gone out high and comes in clean down the slot.
Germany had 1-0 and 3-2 leads on the United States last night. Now remember, the Germans played last night, and now in the afternoon game, a 3 o'clock local start today.
He said the Fry family was really on board, and they have been overwhelmed by the outpouring of support from the community. And Coach Ferentz also told us the team will wear...
has been silenced here in the first period by Germany. And we saw them practice on Christmas Day, and they practiced defending for a good 45 minutes to end their practice. A long shot by Zabransky. Another penalty coming up. As the puck bounced around in the corner, and they're going to call a slash, I believe, on Daniel Vert. And so the Czechs with a power play here.
He said the Fry family was really on board.
The midway point of the first period.
A point shot, and Vert takes a slashing penalty as he's trying to help out in front of the net. There it is, right across the arms. And so the Czechs, who had a couple of power play goals from Janik and Kubicek in the first game against Russia, need one here. They've got to change the momentum a bit.
Once again, Shear wins the face-off. Trying to feed that back. Shear got taken down. Racing to it. There's Tepley. Tepley spins back away. Winds his way in. Tepley. Kubicek. We want a goal, the Czech fans chant. Yannick. Back to Kubicek. Winds and shoots. He powdered that high. Now fired down the ice by Huttel. Kubicek plays for Seattle in the Western League. Lead pass finds Chaika. A battle for the loose puck. Jens trying to knock it down. Glove down by Seider. And Seider streaks away from Pitlick. And it's played out. Now a bouncing puck in the corner. Schutz trying to center it. Now Schutz gets it back shorthanded. Schutz winding his way through the offensive zone.
The Czechs are stuck in the mud here. They don't have their legs. The Germans are out skating them to almost every loose puck. You saw an example there. There's no way Schutz should be able to get that puck in the corner and skate away from 3 red jerseys.
30 seconds to go on the Czech power play. Haas sends that rink wide. Finds Karel Plasek, who was added late to the Czech lineup, making his tournament debut. Plasek, who was on the Czech roster last year. Plasek takes the return pass. Now walks in and fires it. Hanna got a piece of that. Plasek back for Haas. Cross he goes. Zabransky misfired on that, put it wide. And the penalized player Vert steps out. 1 shot for the Czechs. Net power play remains 2-0 Germany. Pekaj got tied up inside the German line. And racing back forward is Eric Mick. Heinzinger on his backhand, a tough play. Feeds it back across for Mick. Stutzler waiting for it. And a big hit there by Pekaj. A penalty coming. Pekaj hammered his man down. And the Germans up by...
Hasn't been a great start for Matty Pekaj. He's been in the penalty box twice here in the first 11 minutes. The first time he went in, Germany scored in the first 2 minutes of the hockey game. He doesn't like the call here, a hooking penalty. And so the Germans, who scored a couple of power play goals in the first game, have won already here. Now they get a chance to increase this lead to 3 in the first period.
They're 3 for 5 with the power play so far. Seider works it in. Schutz goes off the stick in front wide. Stutzler winds in, drops it down. A centering pass just missed. Karel Jens. And now Bach can't hold the line. Dominic Bach is a first-round pick of St. Louis, traded to the Carolina Hurricanes in the deal that they consummated at the training camp that sent
Justin Falk
back to the Blues. Seider across to Stutzler, feeds it back across. Oh, what a stop by Dostal. Takes that one away from Bach. Stutzler, great pass there. Now Seider back to Stutzler. Stutzler to Seider. Seider a wrist shot, and Dostal makes a save on that.
The movement on this power play creates a great chance for Dominic Bach as Tim Stutzler makes a terrific play. Stutzler's on the sidewall. He comes up high and nobody accounts for him. So he creates the pass lane by moving his feet as he gets it. Now, when he goes down 15 feet, the Czechs can't close that side-to-side pass. Dominic Bach with a terrific chance, and that's a big stop by Lukas Dostal. The Czechs are in hot water here. Down a couple, that close to being down by 3.
Whittle feeds it across. Now Reichel centers it. That's knocked down by Haas, and Martin Haas sends it down the ice. Reichel racing to it. His dad, Martin Reichel, a longtime player, and his uncle, Robert Reichel's in the IIHF Hall of Fame. In fact, 2 of these German players have Czech dads. Lukas Reichel is a Czech father, and the backup goaltender, Tobias Antichka, also has a Czech dad. Long shot fired down the ice, and that's gloved by Hanna.
The 2020 IIHF World Junior Hockey Championship is brought to you by the Chevrolet Good Deeds Cup. Kiwis, submit your good deed for the chance to win $100,000 for charity.
Just past 3:30 local time here on Ostrava, day 3 of the 2020 World Junior Hockey Championship. Later tonight, Canada takes on Russia in this Power Pack Group B. Germany finally gets up for the first time in 5 years. They get the group of death. John Peterka takes the return pass from Reichel. They crisscross. Reichel feeds it back in. Now played back for Valenti. Cross ice he goes, and Peterka bobbled that. Now Peterka pivots back in the corner. 2 shots for the Germans in the power play. Remains a 2-0 lead with 7 to go here in the first period. And the puck kept alive for Lobach. Lobach digging for it. And now Pitlick gathers it back up for the Czech. Shots are 7-5 Germany. 6:45 to go in the first period.
What a great stop by Dostal, Gordon. He doesn't make it. It doesn't look like there was much happening on the power play, but that's a grade A chance for the Germans to make it 3-0. And remember that stop if the Czechs get themselves back into this.
Zabransky with it, the Czech captain. Up for Rashka. He got bottled up at center ice. Was poked free by Kinder. And now Zabransky with it. Up ahead for Chaika. Chips that down to the German zone. Zerk back to pick it up. Plays it around. Now gathered up by Shinko. Louis Shinko. And across the line. He was poke checked there by Daichar. And the play is called at the Czech line. 5:59 to go here in the opening period.
What inspiration means to me is just finding your love to the game. Dedication to me, that's one of the biggest things you need to play hockey.
Putting your entire work ethic in and trying to find your end goal.
C'est de voir où est-ce qu'on était et de ce qu'on est devenu.
Sportsmanship is obviously, being a leader.
It's one of the biggest things you need in hockey. It'll take you a long way.
Hockey is a journey.
And the ESO Medal of Achievement program
recognizes the dedication, sportsmanship,
and improvement that drives it.
I remember a lot of things in my life. I remember meeting my idols for the first time. So I remember the day that Tim Hortons was opening. Tim Horton will be here to sign autographs. When I was lucky enough to meet my idol, it really changed my life forever. My dad always collected my first autographs, and he put it in the scrapbook. And one day we found the actual autographs. Wayne, best wishes, Tim Horton.
Coverage of the Spengler Cup continues today with the host team HC Davos taking on Team Canada. Catch it at 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific, only on TSN. So not to look too far down the road, but Germany's got a 2-0 lead here. The Czechs have the United States and Canada left on their schedule. The Germans have Canada and Russia. If they were both to lose both those games, and the Germans won here, they'd go to the quarters. The Czechs would be in the relegation. Now, it's the first period.
Right, but in a tournament that happens very quickly, it's all considered and all pretty relevant stuff. And, the high of a 4-3 upset win against Russia is now given way to a little bit of uneasiness, and the guys will start to try to do a little bit too much. If Germany can stretch this lead out for another 10 or 15 minutes, now it starts to feel like it's really possible.
Carpengo shot by Mick, goes high and wide. Back to pick it up. Alexander Dersch, bounced by him. Dersch goes back. Puck loose along the board, scooped up by Tepley. Looks down to Plaschek. Now centered, that puck knocked away by Dersch. Dersch in a battle for it. Up ahead for Valenti. Yannick Valenti played for the Vancouver Giants last year. Looks ahead, that puck hooked around by Nienhuis. This crowd is silent now, isn't it?
This doesn't sound anything like the group that was here against Russia the other day. Seider throws that ahead. The puck bounced around the German bench. And that centering pass knocked away. Yannick feeds that back to Kubicek. A shot goes off a leg. Hacked back in front. And a chance there for Otakar Sheik, turned away by Hanna. Shoots. Rink wide for Peterka. And Peterka tied up there by Kucharik.
And Peterka just leaning on that loose puck. Kucherik trying to kick it free. That puck taking a beating down there in the corner. Now the centering pass is knocked down and brought out by Tepley. Moved ahead by Sheik. Odegaard Sheik comes in. And now Stutzla on the back check knocked that puck away. Vert got spun around. Ishak trying to work it free. And a penalty coming out of Germany. John Peterka is going to go off for a hit from behind on Chanka. And the Czechs are going to power play with 4:04 to go here in the first period.
See if this is just 2 or if it's 2 and 10.
Right.
Oh, I bet you it's the 2 and 10 here as Peterka shoves him with the right hand from behind. That door is not closing, Gord. This is a 2 and 10. It's a big loss for Germany as they'll lose John Peterka, who's got 3 goals in the first 2 games of this tournament. He won't be back till almost the midpoint of the second period. So the Czechs with their second power play trailing 2-0.
Face off one back to Haas. Plays it back across to Zabransky. Petkosh standing in front. Plashet feeds that back. Haas with a shot that goes wide.
This is the Czech second power play group.
Zabransky feeds that down to Petkosh. Czechs had 1 shot in their first power play. Plashet feeds it back to Haas. It skips off his stick and out. Plashet jumps in across the line. Loose puck. And Pitlick couldn't get a shot away. Jeremy Pitlick plays for Sault Ste. Marie in the Ontario League. Back to Haas. Haas walks in. Fire scores! Martin Haas, a power play goal. The Czechs have some life.
Hostas has 1 goal in 13 games playing for Tampere in the Finnish Elite League. This is great work in the corner. Outstanding effort to keep this play alive. It starts with Pitlick's work, doing the shovel work in the corner. He gets some help from Plasek, and now Haas has some room to walk into this through a little bit of a screen. He cleanly beats Hendrik Hanna. And the Czechs are on the board. Peterka now has to sit out another 10 minutes still, as it was his checking from behind penalty that put the Germans shorthanded.
That's the top line left winger for the Germans. And here come the Czechs again. That shot taken by Tepley, deflected away. Back at the point, a long drive by Kucherik got through. This level of motion, such a big factor, Ray, and now the Czech crowd's back into it. Fleischer drops it back. The Germans are trying to guide this thing to the dressing room of the lead. She drops it off. Tepley walks in, a backhand shot, stopped by Hanna.
That's a great stop by Hanna.
Now a German defender, Valenti, without a stick. Germans hanging on here as Fleischer lifts it out. Haas from Petkosh, a scoring play for the Czechs. Asher Washington's 5th round draft pick. Seiler, a big hit there, straightened up Blumel. The Czechs maintain possession. Zabransky winds in. Libor Zabransky. Holds, spins and shoots. That's blocked. Zabransky gets it back and winds it in deep. Now a centering pass by Blumel. Just missed on. And finally, moved out by Stutzla. Trying to find shoots with it. They've got Blume playing left wing on this line. He plays a Peterka who's serving that 10-minute misconduct.
So he's going to return about the 7-minute mark in the second period. So as he was able to, they chisel off a minute and a half because the power play goal went in. He just had to serve 10 minutes past that.
Zabransky, a long shot kicked out by Hanna, but factor in the intermission, Ray, he won't have played for 45 minutes. Chaika spins it back in the corner to Rashka. Rashka, one hand's out across, trying to find Mishak. Battle for the puck along the wall. Chaika digs it free. Final minute now, the first period. Reichel picks off that pass and brings it up for Germany. Now winding in is Mishak. His shot deflected away. There's Mick. Got a stick on that. Eric Mick back for it. Now you got a glove loose in the corner, a stick. It's like a sporting goods store down there. Quickly, Yanks retrieves his glove.
Oh, sometimes the game can be funny to look at. Look at this. Looks like they're on the playground.
Finally picked up by Schinko. And the Germans moved it out for a moment.
Germany just wants to chip this thing in and get out of this period in the position they're at now. An excellent start for them.
Tepley feeds that rink wide. High shoots it down, and the Germans will go to the dressing room with a 2-1 lead on the Czech Republic through the opening 20 minutes on day 3 of the World Junior Hockey Championship.
Two brings us.
And meantime, John Peterka still has to sit for better than 6 minutes, serving the rest of his misconduct penalty. Boy, that 2 and 10 is a punitive penalty.
I kind of like it. I mean, you're penalizing a dangerous hit by the boards, and the penalty is in the game. If you were to say, oh, that's a suspension, that's the next game. That has nothing to do with this game.
Right.
I like the immediacy of the penalty, and Germany loses their top-line winger here for 10 minutes.
General Jentsch works it in now for Germany. Now played along the boards. Tepley goes rink wide. Finds Pekash, but the play's offside at the German line.
As much as we talk about the, Germany getting out of that first period, for the Czechs to get a goal late, take a little bit of the heat off, they can relax. Vaclav Varada can coach his team instead of having to be all stirred up about it here. Now you can get back into a rotation of your lines. There's so much time left in this game, and really the game seemed to change once that goal went in.
Stutzler tries to slide that ahead. Pass bounced away from Louis Bruna. Another shot by Plasek, kicked away by Hanna. Bruna. The puck ahead to Stutzler. He got spilled in front of the Czech bench, and Stutzler very slow to get to his feet. And Stutzler doesn't appear to be quite right as he circles back through the neutral zone. Hanna makes a statement. A long shot, then the rebound as well as he turns away. Jaromir Pitlick. Stutzler stays out. Now the puck knocked down. Schutz has it. And Stutzler must be okay. He was calling for the puck again.
I get the feeling that kid calls for the puck when he wakes up in the morning. I love it.
And now here comes Stutzler across the line. Stutzler streaking in, tries to pull that around, sent flying into the end boards by Zabransky. And a penalty coming now to the Czechs. And once again, Stutzler is down after that heavy collision into the end boards.
Well, this is a tripping penalty that's going to be called on Thomas Deichar. Here's the first time where Stutzler gets stood up pretty hard here. He doesn't see the defender coming up. Now, he's back in the play, and you're just defenseless once you jump over the player here. And looks like he's okay, but stunned as he hit the boards. You see Peterka looking for a penalty. He's going to get the penalty. Stutzler will get off the ice and try to regroup here. So the third power play for Germany. They won't have Stutzler to start. and they won't have Peterka, two of their most dangerous forwards.
Bach in for the face-off. Draw is won by Andre Pavel for the Czechs. Racing ahead to keep that alive for Germany was Yannick Valente. Now back at the point, sent back across. Reichel centering pass, misfired. In the meantime, Dennis Lobach was down on the ice, here to take a puck in the face.
No, he took a stick behind the net, and instead of going to the bench, he kind of worked his way back to the slot right there. That's a penalty.
Now the officials are talking about it at center ice.
Because he's in international hockey, you have to be responsible for your stick.
Right.
He was clearing the puck, the Czech defenseman, and he takes a chunk out of Lobach, who's going to go back to the locker room.
So the four officials are conversing here, Ray. And you made the point, in the NHL, the follow-through of a shot or a pass is not high sticking, but here it is. So the two referees, Michael Campbell and Lasse Heikkinen, talking it over.
Sounds like or looks like they're just going to take this outside the zone. It's Martin Haas. Wow, that hurts. Catches him right in the mouth as he goes to clear it. The only thing I can think of is that his stick rode up Lobach's stick. In any case, there's no penalty, and it'll remain a power play. Just 14 seconds of run off the clock on it. Stutzle's back out, though, after the timeout, which is good news, of course, for Germany.
And the more than 100 scouts who have come to watch him play. Now a shooting, but it's icing call against the Germans.
Yeah, he's become quite a topic of conversation here as get a chance to talk to some of the guys over, general managers and head scouts coming to watch players. As
Andre Pavel gave a bit of a verbal joust there. Pavel plays at Fargo in the United States Hockey League, so I'm guessing that conversation was in English.
Yeah, there's a few words that work all the time.
Really?
Yes, they do.
Please don't share them with us. Here comes Seider with it. Moritz Seider. Bombs that back to Schutz. Picked up by Stutzle for Dominic Bach. Bach. Crisscrossing with Stutzle. Seider finds Stutzle and sets it up now on the power play. Feeds that down to Schutz. Back at the point is Seider. Moritz Seider along wrist shot, and that's gloved by Lucas Dostal.
Stutzle wanted the puck back again. Seider's looking at the traffic and thinking he can get it to the net, but when you shoot it up waist high, it's a pretty easy catch for Lucas Dostal. So watch where Stutzle goes. He loves this. Up high, and you'll see him. Oh, I was open. You saw as he just coasted in, there was nobody else there. When they bring the puck to the right, Stutzle comes up so high, it's hard to mark. He's going to get about 15 feet to skate into the top of the circle to shoot the puck. I love the way they set this power play up.
Now a race for it, and down goes Scheer. And that'll do it for the German power play as Seider goes back. As once again, Jan Scheer with some good work for the Czechs. He draws the penalty. And it'll be 4-on-4 for 41 seconds.
Scheer is really a dependable player for Václav Varada. He uses him again on the draw. Here he is killing penalties, and his work draws this penalty as he is hooked in the middle of the ice by Justin Schutz. See, it's the same everywhere. Nobody likes the refs.
The universal language. All right, so
I didn't do anything. What am I going over here for?
Yeah, the penalty boxes are full of innocent men. All right, so Zabransky sets it up now on the 4-on-4. Plays that down to Blumel. Now Zabransky back with it. Slides that down to Mishak. Jan Misha. Now the rink wide pass. Zabransky is shot. Save made by Hanna. Winding his way through the offensive zone is Blumel. Final second of the penalty to Dijkjar. The Czechs will go on the power play for a minute and 19 seconds. They're on now. Drop back for Jan Jeník. And Jeník, as the Czechs are changing, winds across the line. Steps around Mick, walks right in, shoots a pad save made by Hanna. And now fired back down the ice by the Germans.
Couple of good saves for Hanna, the same variety. A chance off that glove side of his, and he has to get out the right leg on the blocker side.
Now Jeník across the line again. Jeník centers it. And that's chopped down the ice. A good defensive play by Lyushchenko. Kubicek, who has a power play goal for the Czechs. Up ahead for Chaika. Chaika in, shot that wide. At the point, Kubicek. Teplik works to the slot and shoots, and Hanna through the traffic, knocked that away. Final second of the power play now as Schutz is up and out. One shot for the Czechs. That power play remains a 2-1 German lead. Kubicek for Teplik. Fleischer got tangled up there with Jeník inside the Czech line. And Kubicek back to pick it up. He too is draft eligible for the upcoming year. Man, this tournament so far has been dominated by draft eligible players, hasn't it? Alexis Lafreniere, terrific for Canada. Now the Germans wind it back. Reichel, centering pass, loose puck in front. Oh, what a stop being tight by Dostal. And he took that one away. Jens was in there. Now another shot. Hanna stops that one off the stick of Andre Pavel. Now a bouncing puck loose in front. They battle away for it. And Rashka couldn't poke it home. And Bach gathers it back up for the Germans. They break out 3-on-2. Dominic Bach works in. Drops it to the trailer. Reichel, a centering pass. Dostal is down. And Jens couldn't reach it. Wide open now here in the second period. Back come the Czechs. Long shoot in by Pitlick. Loose puck in front. Hanna's down. He's lost his goal stick. It's in behind the German net.
Hanna's made a couple of terrific stops here, and he's been shaking his blocker hand, and he's also looking for a little help with his goal stick.
Still doesn't have it.
Now he can go get it.
Brought in by Stutzel. Rink wide he goes. Knocked down by Bruna. Brought back by Mishak. Mishak sends that back in front. A penalty coming up now. Touched up by the Germans. Interference will be the call. And the Czechs are going back to the power play. Down 2-1 here in the second. Should be a key part of this power play. A Boston third-round pick. Plays in the American League. Germans fire it down. And now it's white knuckle time for both teams here on day 3. Chaika works in. Picked up by Teplik. His pass goes off a skate. Back in the corner is Chaika. Sheik parked in front. Chaika drops it back for Jeník. Teplik. Back for Kubicek. Jeník. Cross ice pass. The Teplik shot was blocked by Seider. Got a stick on that. For the loose puck, picked up by Shinko shorthanded. Lyushchenko busts in on Jeník. It's a backhand shot away. Dostal makes the stop. Shinko still has it. What a penalty kill shift for Lyushchenko as the Germans fire it back down to the Czech zone. Jeník for Pitlick. Played back in the corner by Pekaj. Tim Fleischer gets the loose puck to the line, but not out. Knocked down by Haas, who has the Czech goal. Now played ahead to Fleischer, and Fleischer this time sweeps it down the ice.
Germany's doing a terrific job here. They've attacked the puck when it hasn't been moved crisply enough or cleanly, directly stick to stick. And they've spent most of the time keeping the puck away from the middle of the ice.
Plasek works his way in. Final second of this power play. Pitlick racing to it. Played back in by Plasek. Here's Plasek with it. No shots for the Czechs in that power play. Shoot steps back on the ice. Hudl works that free and digs it around for Moss. Tired penalty killers on the ice still for the Germans. Shoveled back down to the corner. Plasek. Bumped there by Hudl. Shoots. Moves to center ice. In comes Shoots across the line. Shoots works in. Fires, and Costel makes the save on that.
There is Dennis Lobach back in the game trying to make his mouth feel a little better. It's not going to work, young man. That's going to feel like that for about a week. Germany gets back. Peterka as well. He's saying to the coach, hey, I'm back here. So he'll jump back into the game. He's been sitting there for a long time. It's that last stretch of play. Made him sit an extra couple of minutes here.
He went in the box 39 minutes ago.
Legs do not respond well to that. It'll take him a little bit to get moving here.
Now picked up by Inch. Feeds it across. A chance for Reichel. He shot that wide. Lamel moves it ahead. Seider knocks it out for Germany. Moritz Seider played under 7 minutes in opening period. It's a jog for him.
I'd be shocked if he's not up over 23 or 4 by the time this is over.
And away comes Seider. Played for Germany in the Men's World Championship last spring in Slovakia. Scored a couple of goals for them. Stolen now by Bach. Dominic Bach. Plays for Rögle in the Swedish Hockey League. Dropped that back. It's picked up. And away comes Sheik. Otakar Sheik deals back in the corner with it. Midway point of the second period. Heinziger plays it around. Back at the point, Zabransky. Move that ahead. Chaika whistles that pass down for Mishak. He's set up by Heinziger. Sheik drops it back. Shot powdered wide by Zabransky. Mishak works it back in for Chaika. Czechs trying to pry this thing open here in the second period. Stutzla sidesteps the hit, feeds that down to the Czech zone. Picked up there by Milchak. Drops that back, and Chaika fires it wide. Here's Chaika back with a centering pass. That's knocked away. Good defensive play by Dersch. Peterka drops it back. Chaika brings it back. Chaika works back in the corner with it. And Stutzla feeds it up for Germany. Schutz comes across the line. Justin Schutz drops it back. Played back in by Mick. Stutzla spreads that back at the line, but the pass draws Vert out. The penalty coming to the Czechs here.
That's going to be a hooking penalty, and to get to the break, it's Stutzla, who's been on the ice for a while, is going to be able to start the power play again with their top unit.
Drop back to Vert. And Pekaj catches up, and with 8:25 to go in the second period, Germany's going back to the power play. Their team on, but they're shorthanded here with 8:25 to go in the second period. Seider off the face-off win, swings that rink wide to Stutzla. Stutzla had that pass picked off by Zabransky and sent down the ice. Tero Jenč Plays for Sherbrooke in the Quebec League. Drops that back to Sider. Moritz Sider threads that pass ahead for Bach. He skates by, but the play's offside at the Czech line.
I mean, that's worse than the other one that Peterka took the 2 and 10. I don't see any way this isn't at least the same.
Now the penalty box door remains open, so this will be the Czech captain Zabransky out for basically this period and the first third of the third.
So a 5-on-3 for the Germans, a critical kill for the Czechs, and that's a smart play as Sheik was able to see the open lane and shovel it forward outside of the zone.
Justin shoots, sends it deep. Stutzel looking for it, but it's sent down the ice by Hodge. So you've got Zabransky, the captain, as a key penalty killer for them in the box. A 5-on-3, and Germany with a chance to retake the 2-goal lead. Stutzel had to bounce away. The line held by Sider. In for Bach. Dominic Bach back in the corner for Stützle. 50 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Stützle drops it back to Sider. To Stützle. Down he goes to shoots. Centers it and fading, and that was Jens. And the puck was back down to the German zone.
Perfectly set up for a 20-foot one-timer, and Jens just whiffed it.
Now Stützle winds in for the Germans. Drops that back to Jens. Carlo Jens. Back for Sider. That pass bounced away from Bach. Jens wins that battle for the puck. Feeds it back to Sider with time. Sharp angle shot, score! Dominic Bach on the 5-on-3, and the Germans are back up by 2.
The Germans had 2 power play goals in the first game. They've got 2 power play goals in this one so far, and they'll remain on the power play. I don't think Lukas Dostal realizes that Bach is in a shooting position. Look at Bach, 26. He's going to spin around the back of the net. This is a pretty sharp angle shot. He takes a Morris Sider pass and one-times it on the short side. Past Lukas Dostal. Bach had a goal in the first game. Ooh, there's not much room there. He's got one here, and there's still 47 seconds of power play time left as Germany now leads 3-1.
Bach has not had a great year this year in the Swedish league. 1 goal in 23 games in Rögle. He was terrific for the Germans last spring, or last December rather, in the promotion for the German junior team. He had 8 points in 5 games. We mentioned a first-round pick of St. Louis who was traded to Carolina in the Justin Falk deal.
Sometimes you get, you're in with the men in the league. You don't play a lot. Here he is back in an age-appropriate league for him, and man, he's had a terrific start to this tournament.
Don't take penalties against Germany, I guess, would be the scouting report. Peterka to Valente. There's Peterka in the corner. Couldn't find the puck on his feet. He's taken down. Final seconds of the penalty. See, Zabransky still got the misconduct to serve, so Pekash will come on for him. Faceoff's going to come outside here.
And this is stunning, Gord. I don't want to overstate how well the Germans have played here, but I don't think anybody felt, even with their draft eligibles, that they would be this dynamic, this dangerous with the puck. And they gave the U.S. fits last night. That game, it ended up 6-3, but it was 4-3 after 2 periods. The Germans led 3-2. And now, I mean, the Czechs had to be feeling fantastic coming off their win against Russia. Now they've got an uphill climb here.
Schenko winds his way in. And Dostal sweeps that away. They win a lot of races to loose pucks. There's that puck by Schenko deflected back down to the German zone. Well, we went to Berlin, and we're told there, these aren't just some of the best under-18 players in our league. We were told these are some of the best players in the German league.
Yeah, well, I mean, Stützle is a fantastic player. I mean, I've seen him 2 games now. I can't imagine there's 5 better players in the draft than him. Like, he's a terrific young player. And he's taken a beating here today, and he still wants the puck. It's not like he's shying away.
There's a shot is blocked and sent down the ice by Yannick. That's an icing call against the Czechs. An unforced error there.
Remember all that energy late in the first period when the Czechs scored? It's all gone again. This building's flat. It's quiet. They want to cheer. They want to get involved again, but Germany is, in my opinion, has outworked the Czechs. They've won the battles for loose pucks, as you mentioned, the races for them. And there hasn't been many occasions today for the Czechs to get up and cheer.
And here comes Stützle again. Heels back along the board. Stützle drops it back to Seider. That puck bounces back to Stützle in the slot. Gets a shot away, and Costello makes the stop. And again, Stützle got steamrolled there. As Mishak brings it back. Seider muscled Mishak off the puck. Away comes Moritz Seider. Lines that down to the goal mouth, and Dostal will hang on to that. 4:15 to go here in the
middle of the ice. He's not a perimeter guy.
He was a terrific soccer player growing up as well. And at age 13, you have to kind of make the decision when you go to the academy system in Germany. Everyone thought he'd go to, his mom said, everyone thought he'd go to football because, you know, it's Germany. But he's always been a hockey player first. At the time he was 4 years old. Bach drops that back, hammered wide by Yinch. Here's Reichel.
Gord, that's what surprised me a little bit here is how much the Germans have been able to keep the puck in the Czech zone, to win the cycle battles, to hold the puck in the zone. There really hasn't been much time in Germany's end tonight.
Shots are 18-15 in favor of the Germans overall. 3:45 to go in the second period. Bosch gains center ice and plays that down. Yinch got a stick up around the face. Dostal kicks that away. Played off the back of the net by Nino Kinder. Back at the point is Wirtz. Wirtz's wrist shot was blocked. And Raschke back with it. Second two-goal lead of the game for Germany. Lead pass for Raschke. Tied up by Wirtz. The Germans kind of white-knuckled at the dressing room at the end of the first period.
Remember the save that Hanna made at 2-1.
Right. Kubicek a long shot that was partly blocked by Valente.
Because you're right, they were hanging on there trying to get to the intermission.
Brunick swings it back across for Valente, knocked that away. And brought across the line by Pavel. That's broken up. And Shinko fires that down. And Dostal will hang on to that. We mentioned that the Czechs took a tough loss 6 seconds into his first shift of the tournament. Jakub Lauko, number 13, got tangled up at center ice and suffered a knee injury that will end his tournament. When the Czechs were awarded as World Junior back in 2015, Lauko told his parents, "That's my goal, to play in that tournament in Ostrava." 6 seconds in, his tournament ended.
Just a brutal deal for him.
And no one's fault, just a collision at center ice.
It's a big loss for their team. This was his third World Junior. So they miss his speed, they'll miss his experience, his ability to score at this age. There's another penalty.
Hit. That's Deichar is going to go off again. And so at 2:16 to go.
That's another one. That's another 2 and 10. Like, the discipline is just evaporated here from the Czechs. Like, this isn't even close. Oof. Man, oh man. I mean, it's a check from behind for sure. It's whether they tag the 10 on top of it. But this will be the 6th German power play. Verada can only throw his hands to the heavens. Oh yeah, he's added the 10 to it.
So it's 2 and 10. So now you're going to have Deichar and Zabransky.
So 2 of your top 5 defensemen are sitting in the penalty box. for a long period of time.
Well, we won't see Deichar now until midway through the third period. And the Germans are back on the power play.
That's a frustrated penalty to take, in particular since there's been a couple of them called already. You know that, the radar is up for the officials on it. It's the right call.
Unfortunately, that wasn't 5.
Very easily could have been 5-10, the 5 and the 10, as you mentioned.
Now Jens brings it across the line. Jens swings it back in the corner. That pass is picked off by Klikara. Bach across, and we got an interference call coming. I believe it Schutz is going to go off. That's going to end the German power play.
A good call, Gord. Schutz is trying to be in the way, but not be in the way.
Third penalty of the game for Schutz.
This isn't a good one for him to take, as they've got the Czechs on the ropes here, a chance to really drive the stake in, and Schutz 10 is going to interfere. What he's complaining about is that Kubacek is on his way down to try and dive to block the shot anyway, but he clearly interferes with him, and it's also the look of it. It's at the wrong time, place on the ice, the wrong time, and now 4-on-4 here.
Klikara plays it back in the corner for Yannick. That's picked off by Seider, and Germany breaks out 3-on-2. Seider for Bach. And that pass in the feet of Seider that plays offside at the German line.
Well, when he's defending Morris Seider, who's been playing in professional hockey in Grand Rapids, the Detroit Red Wings farm team, he's just strong. Like he's been playing against men, he competes hard, and he just shoved the Czech forward out of the way, and it's an easier play for him, I think, because part of his development is that he's able to handle the pro game at the American League level already.
Off the face-off, walking in is Paterka. Almost got a breakaway there. Poke check at the last moment. Chaika back the other way now. A minute and a half to go in the second period. The Czechs need a spark of some kind. Chaika tied up by Mick. Chaika moves away from Seider. Spins it back in the corner for Tepley. Tepley on the 4-on-4. Moving in on Mick. Mick stays with him step for step. As Tepley plays it back in deep, Seider back for it. Paterka. With a minute to go now in the second period. Here is Mick. Stutzla at center ice. Moves in along with Seider. The play's onside. Seider feeds it across for Stutzla. Germany changing. Stutzla moves across the top. Feeds it down from Paterka. The pass skipped away from him. Now Stutzla drops it back to Hüttel. Hüttel with a wrist shot, and Dostal makes the stop.
Well, Lucas Dostal's going to have to be flawless here for the last 21 minutes. They can't give up another one. Hüttel gets to the middle of the ice. There's some traffic, and then you see a inadvertent collision there in the middle of the ice as Tepley and Stutzla run together. But he's got to throw the bar on now. They can't give another one up.
Face off. Won by Pitlick for the Czechs. And there's Mishak with it. We keep talking about everyone being a...
in the opening about how it was important with each team scoring 2 power play goals in their first game to stay out of the penalty box. The Czechs don't even get out of the starting gate, as you mentioned. They take a penalty. This odd goal is credited to Lukas Reichel. That's the first power play goal. And then Tim Stutzla will find Paterka for his 3rd goal of the tournament. They've got 2 power play goals. After that, the story has been the undisciplined play of the Czech Republic. Tim Stutzla draws 3 penalties in that second period. The Germans score this power play goal on the 5-on-3 by Dominic Bach to give him a 3-1 lead. And they're not done yet because Deichar takes a really frustrated penalty near the end of the period. He's still got plenty of time to serve 10 minutes on his penalty, as it was a 2 and 10-minute variety.
Meantime, for the Germans, Justin Schutz has 4 seconds to serve in his third minor penalty of the game. How about this? The Germans have led for 48.5 minutes so far in 2 games of the tournament, right? In their last appearance in the World Junior in 2015 in Canada, they led for 1 minute and 12 seconds total in 16.
Well, 4 power play goals will help you out with that. What a difference.
Schutz comes jumping in now for the Germans, and Hodge knocks that away. And don't forget, 2 of the Czech Republic's best defensemen are in the penalty box, serving 10-minute misconducts. Zabransky and Dajčar are both serving dimes.
Yeah, you really handcuff your team as Vaclav Varada has to manipulate his defense. And while you're trying to get some guys on the ice, man, you got to score. You've got to get yourself back in this game. They've got plenty of time to get one on the board here, but you start to lose options when 2 of your best guys are sitting across on the bench with their own water bottle.
Rada, a fiery guy. You saw Patrick Elias a moment ago, one of his assistant coaches. Czechs are trying to end a 14-year medal drought at the World Junior Championship. Their last medal of bronze in 2005 in Grand Forks. Their last gold medals came in 2000, 2001, and today Ostrava honored the members of the 2000 Czech national junior team that won the gold medal in Skellefteå, Sweden. Martin Havlat, a member of that team, and those players greeted the young Czech players that came on the ice. They won the worst gold medal game ever played against the Russians. It went scoreless through 3 full periods and an overtime, wound up in a shootout. I think at one point the Czechs dumped it in the shootout.
You say, tell me the shootout wasn't 1-0. Tell me somebody got a couple.
I don't remember it being high scoring. It went long. I remember that. It was horrendous. That was, you know, the era of obstruction, and combine that with big ice. And this, by the way, is a hybrid ice surface. It's about 91 feet wide as opposed to the NHL surface, which is 85 feet wide, and the normal international, which is 100. But that was the dead puck era at its very worst. Off the draw, it's Stutzel. Fed that across, just missed. Mishak plays it back in. And the puck on the back of the German net. Whipple knocks it away. Now penalty coming up. Whittle's going to go off for taking down Mishka. Interference will be the call, and so the Czechs get a chance here early in the third period on the power play.
And they've had multiple chances on this power play to get back in. Good work to get into the forecheck by Mishak. Now the puck gets stuck on the net, so there's a little bit of an issue. Huddle tries to clear it away. There's the interference as Mishak keeps his legs going, draws the penalty. The Czech power play is 1 for 5 today.
4 shots total.
And Haas with the only goal.
Face off, one back by Shear. Across it goes to Yannick. Jan Yannick, who has a power play goal, the game winner against the Russians on a 5-on-3. Kubicek. Long wrist shot that was blocked and chopped down the ice by Luishenko.
The block by Lobach, who's on the limp going back to the bench. Man, he's taking a stick in the mouth today, and now a puck off the back of his ankle. It's been not an easy night's work for him.
And Stützle's been banged around as well.
Don't forget, Germany played last night, so this is a real short turnaround for them. A 7 p.m. game last night, a 3 p.m. local start today. See what they have energy-wise here as they come down the stretch.
Kubicek for Tepley. Tepley spins that by Vert. Yannick. Back at the point, Kubicek. Chaika trying to play that rink wide. Yannick knocks it down, but the puck leaves the zone. Yannick knocked off balance by that pass. Throws it rink wide, knocked down by Seider, then chopped back down the ice. Seider's ice time is climbing up now. 15.5 minutes of the first two periods. On track for another 25 minutes plus tonight.
25.5 last night.
Kittley trying to work that free for the Czechs. He does. Now the hard point shot by Hodge deflects wide. And the rebound sent down the ice by Schutz. Final seconds of the penalty.
Good block by Philip Moss there. Really nothing going for the Czechs.
Literally no shots on that Czech power play.
Their last 3 power plays, they've had just 1 shot on net. All kinds of chances with the man advantage. It's their 6th tonight. Just have the 1 to show for it.
And here is Seider with it. Germany will play Canada in 2 days' time. The Czechs will play the United States that day. The Czechs have the U.S. and Canada left. Germany has Canada and Russia. So the Czechs will need to find a way to milk some points if they don't get the win here this evening. As Seider works ahead. With a 2-way tie, the Germans would hold the tiebreaker. Now busting in is Pavel. And Pavel taking off the puck by Seider. Reichel goes racing to it. Drops it back to Bach. Dominic Bach shoots, and Dostal makes the stop.
Cold and flu season support for the No Excuses Squad. Cold FX, the #1 pharmacist recommended brand.
There is Dominic Bach, the native of Schweinfurt, Germany. Got a goal and 2 assists against the United States. Has a goal here this evening. Bach was considered the next great thing in German hockey until along came Stützle, Reichel, Peterka and company. But they're all young with a chance to really make a mark for themselves and their country as Germany tries to reestablish itself as a regular world hockey power. Hüttel.
Looks like Leon Draisaitl is going to have some wingers for the next little while here with the German national team.
And now
it's another German penalty, I believe.
Yeah, as Decora was taken down to the corner. And Hüttel's going to go off. And Hüttel's a key penalty killer for the Germans. So they keep opening the door for the Czechs to get back in this game.
Back-to-back penalties for Hüttel. It's a high stick. The stick actually hits the glass.
Yeah.
That's weak. It's a tough penalty to be called.
It might have hit the visor on the way back off the glass, but Hüttel trying to argue his case.
But back-to-back penalties for him. Say it again, another chance on the power play to get some life into the building and to cut the lead in half.
No shots on the last power play. Off the face-off, Sheik trying to dig it free. Back in the corner is Kubicek. Takes the return pass from Tepley. Cross to Yannick. Yannick. And the slot bands on the shot. Gets it back up. Feeds across for Chaika. And Vert got a stick on that. Knocked the puck over the glass and out.
Really good shift for Nicholas Heinziger here as he's battling away in the corner. He keeps the play away from the front of the net and then jumps out and is able to deflect that puck on the cross seam pass. So here's the initial battle. Look how hard he's working in the corner. They're outmanned 3-2, but he still digs away at it. Then eventually he's going to poke that puck up into the crowd. They still want a goal.
I think they've gone from chanting to... Been a really good penalty killer this evening for the Germans. Kubicek brings it out slowly. A minute to go in the Czech power play. Tepley winds it across the line for Shear. Shear Feeds it back across. The pass in behind Mishak. Tepley gets there first for the Czechs. Down for Chaika. Mishak had it poked away by Nienhuis. Now Shiner on it. Drop back to Kubicek. Walks in and shoots. That is someone in front. Might have been Moss. Tepley. Mishak. Back for Tepley. Tepley drops it back to Kubicek. A wrist shot. That was blocked. The puck got down to Hane. He hangs on to that. But once again, the Germans blocking shots. Zadina's gotten away.
19 shots for the Czechs so far. Germany's done a really good job of denying the puck, so when it comes to the net, there's really not much extra for Hane to deliver. It's a block by Moss, who's had a couple of nice ones here in the third period. He gets a tap on the glass from Leon Hudl, who's hoping these last 17 seconds can wear off the clock.
Zabransky's out of the box now for the Czechs. Feeds out ahead. It's knocked away. Zabransky was serving a timid misconduct. Gaichar is still serving his. One shot for the Czechs on that power play. It remains 3-1 Germany. Brune plays it in. Picked up by Stutzla. And Stutzla peels back in the corner. Throws it across. Brune. For Stutzla, and he's taken down. Stutzla has brought another penalty on the Czechs. That's 4 times that Stutzla has been fouled. And the Czechs go to the box. Down 3-1.
Bach will take the cider pass. Man, that is quite a scene. And then the puck ramps up Zabransky's stick. It's not really a hard shot, but it fools Dostal over his elbow, and a 3-goal German lead.
For Dominic Bach, we mentioned, was having a tough time in the Swedish Hockey League this year, looking to reestablish himself in this tournament, and has he ever. Lawrence Sider chips in his third assist as well. And long shoot in by Kubicek. And man, the Germans are sending notice. We mentioned they led the United States twice in that game before falling in the third period.
The Czechs get spread out on the entry. Klikora went outside. That allowed Bach that internal lane. And then Zabransky turns in a little bit of desperation to try and poke the puck away. And it deflects up in the air, up over Dostal.
Long shot by Victoria, goes wide, high and wide. But you think about that play at the end of the second period when Hane almost gloved the puck in his own net. Now the Germans are blowing it open here. And jumping in is Kinder. Dino Kinder. He led the Germans in scoring when they got promoted in Division 1A at the under 18s. We got 4 players from that team here. They have 9 from the team that won promotion in the World Junior Division 1A last year. But of course, 12 of the players that played last year to get them promoted were born in '99 and aged out. Hane, though, was the goaltender. He was terrific, and he gloves that.
You know, remember the save Hane made at the end of the first period when it was 2-1 and the game was starting to tip over a little bit towards the Czechs? And then you mentioned that, I guess you call it a save, at the end of the second period. He almost funneled it into his net. He hasn't had a lot to do, but he's certainly been steady. And the Germans have outskated and controlled the pace of this game, giving up just 20 shots here in the first 49 minutes.
Fleischer plays that around for Moss. We talked about the fact that Germans on Christmas Day practiced defending.
It didn't look like they were going to score much given the way they were practicing, but you know, they were just working on packing everything into the middle, and now you're going to see this for the rest of the night. They got 4 guys up in the neutral zone here. and they're not going to hunt the puck down at all. No need to.
Eric Mick pokes that away, feeds it back to center. Othakar Sheik trying to play that ahead, but was knocked away by Neek. And Yannick with it now. Yannick, one of the top players in the Ontario League, shoots and scores. Lifts it over the shoulder of Hanna, and the Czechs are back within 2.
Jan Yannick had a goal and an assist in the first game. He powdered a wrister over the glove hand of Askarov. He's got room to shoot this, but this puck is going to deflect off of Schutz' stick in the middle of the ice. Yannick will take the pass from Martin Hosch. Watch the puck ramp right here off the stick of Schutz. A break maybe that the Czechs were hoping could happen, desperately wanting one. Now they've closed it back to a 2-goal gap.
Plays it back across. Now move back down the German zone. Hanna. Huttel. Held the line. A hard shot drifted wide by Kucherov. Kubicek. Feeds that down to Yannick. Easton to the puck, and it's moved out by Bach. Tepley moves in. Got up there by Wirtz.
Do the Czechs have just a smell or a whiff of a little more of a chance? Is there, now just think, if you can get one more, the unpredictability of teenagers, Gordon, we talk about this tournament a lot, it's tough to lock a game down.
Right. We've talked about what an important year this is for German hockey, that under-18s and the under-20s both promoted. There's a long shot by Hanna and a penalty coming. A charging call.
It's going to urging on Moritz Seider. I guess his feet are off the ice, and that would put it into the penalty category. Seider, their best penalty killer, their best defenseman in the penalty box. 1 for 7 on the power play. Just 5 shots for the Czechs with the man advantage.
60 minutes in penalties in this game so far. A couple of tentative misconduct handed out. 3 tentative misconduct handed out in this game. As Tepley has it. Here come the Czechs on the power play. Chaika across the line.
Oh, boy.
Another penalty coming up to Germany. A 5-on-3 coming for the Czech Republic. It's a hooking call against the Germans. Is that Schutz again?
That's 4 times for Schutz.
And Tobias Abstreiter.
He's going to be on a first-name basis with the guy opening the door here. There's the hooking call. Schutz, who's a 6th-round draft choice by Florida, 2 drafts ago, will sit.
Czech scored on the 5-on-3 against the Russians. It was the winner by Jan Yannick.
He shot it right from about where he's standing now off the draw. 14 red.
Bring the puck back to him.
Here it comes.
Kubicek takes the return pass. Feeds to Yannick. Back down to Plaszek. Huttel dove with that puck. Kept alive by Plaszek. A hand pass called. And the face-off will come outside.
Great effort by Huttel, who was in the penalty box for the 2 previous power plays. Lays out on his belly to knock this puck away to scuttle the play. And in the midst of it all, that's a good call by the ref, as the Yannick knocked the puck down and bounced over everybody's stick. And when Plaszek picked it up, it's a glove pass.
Powdered up the sideboards by Moss, but held by Kubicek. In comes Kubicek. Cut across, that pass, missed Pitlick. Now Tepley with it. Tepley, back for Yannick. Yannick walks right in. Circles back now. Minute to go in the 5-on-3. Kubicek. Flies down to Teplik. Across to Plaszek. Teplik. Plaszek. Yenny walks in, shoots. Hit a leg in front. Yenny holds the line. Walks in again. Taken off stride. Knocked down the ice by Loban.
They got to shoot the puck here. They haven't moved the Germans around at all. They can pass it around the triangle all they want. Shoot it once, go get it. Move them around.
30 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Teplik feeds it back. Yenny walks in and fires. And again, it's off a leg and wide. It was blocked by Heinziger. Yenny again. Works it across. Kubicek, a hard drive. And that deflected over the glass, and out the faceoff will stay in the German zone. 16 seconds to go in the first German penalty.
A little more urgency at the end of this power play here. The puck's moving. They've shot it a couple of times. Yannick and Kubicek are shooting it from the top. Oh, that's a good blocker stop by Hanna. As Kubicek, who scored in the first game, really hammers this. But even in that play, Gord, they're out of sync. You saw Teplik was outside the blue line. He thinks something else is going on. They only got 4 guys in the zone.
Zabransky. Feeds it back to Czech. Haas with a drive. Bouncing puck loose in front. Here's Haas with it. Haas feeds it across. Zabransky scores! Libor Zabransky with 1 second left in the first power play. Gets the Czechs with a goal. They'll remain the man advantage with a chance to tie it. And now this place is going on.
Oh, they waited a long time for this. Zabransky at the tail end of the 5-on-3. Shoots the one-timer along the ice. It beats Haas. It was the traffic, the work to get the puck back, and Zabransky's shot off the Haas pass has made it 4-3. I'm not sure what they're reviewing here, but they're on the headsets.
Is there a possibility of goalie interference here? The referee.
I don't think so. If that initial shot goes in and there's a glove pass in there,
right,
you can review that if the play should have been stopped somewhere. So let's take a look here. Nope, nothing there. It's certainly not goalie interference.
I don't think Michak ever touched Hanna. And if he did, he had lots of time to get back in position. The referees are Michael Campbell from Canada, Lassi Heikkinen from Finland. What's the sheet they're looking at here?
The only other thing I could think of is the time clock, Gord, because there's 1 second left on the penalty.
Right. So
to make sure whether this penalty has expired, right, or if because it does matter.
The first penalty was called at 10:30 to Seider. The clock shows 7:30, but 1 second left in the penalty. So that's the issue, is when this first penalty is expired. It actually should be. There shouldn't be 1 second left in the penalty.
So if that's expired, that means the second German penalty would come out of the box.
Right, and there would be 5-on-5. That's what they're looking at, I believe. Doubt about that, but now the explanation of the Germans about the time left.
Because it looks like they're going to keep the 1 second on the clock. Well, actually, now they're not. They pulled it off the clock.
Right, so that's the first penalty over if the goal was scored.
However,
there's 18 seconds left in the penalty to shoot. All right, so the puck goes in at 7:31. There should be 7:31 on the clock.
So they'll hold this,
right,
the clock to correct the time.
So the Czechs will stay on the power play here for 18 seconds with a chance to tie it up. And we're in for a knee-knocking final 7.5 minutes here in the third period. Of course, when you talk about Germany, you talk about the one that got away in Pyeongchang.
Oh, boy. On the power play. Oh, this is the 5th penalty on Schutz. This is a terrible call. He just stepped out of the penalty box.
He's got to be careful here. He might get a misconduct.
This is a terrible call. And a most unfortunate time. Schutz just stepped out of the penalty box. See, Scheer just skates right into him. Watch this. His elbow is pinned to his side. His elbow is pinned to his side. Wow.
How many penalties can you take in a game?
You can take 53 if they... I mean, there's no rule.
There used to be. There used to be a rule about maximum number of minor penalties.
I never knew that rule, but, I mean, he's got 5 of them. This is the 10th power play.
The shot taken there by Temple goes just wide. And the German clearing attempt goes into their players' bench. 7 to go now in the third period.
Gord, I mean, the officials make the calls that they make, and lots of times you don't agree with them. That was a terrible call at a most inopportune time. What I see as I'm looking at that, the back official makes the call, the one in the German defensive zone, and Schutz has got his elbow pinned to his body. He makes the contact with his shoulder. There was no elbow.
Seider.
I guess it doesn't matter anymore.
Seider sends it down, and away comes Yannick with it. Jan Yannick works his way in. Back for Kubicek to Yannick. Yannick to the goal mouth he goes. Sheik sends it back to Kubicek. The Tepling walks it and fires off the end boards. It goes chopped at there and just missed by Jan Scheer.
Oh, Scheer had it off the board. Such a sharp angle, however, he chipped it wide of the net.
Yannick up at for Tepling. The pass goes off the back of his skate. Inside a minute to go in this power play. And that plays offside at the German line.
Jan Scheer has a good opportunity, but it's at a sharp angle. Look, there's not much room here at all. He chips this up over top of Hana's pad, and it goes wide of the net. There's really not an angle that puck's going to go in. At one point, this was 4-1 when Dominic Bach scored. Looked well in control. Goals by Yannick and Zabransky make it 4-3.
35 seconds to go in this Czech power play. We want a goal. Those Czechs would really want a goal. Plašek had that shoot in. Fired back down the ice. 10 power plays for the Czechs in this game. Plašek walks in and shoots. It's off a skate wide. At the point is Hodge. Final second of the power play. Feeds it across.
Oh, what a block.
Pitlick unloaded that shot. Was blocked by Hudl. And Hudl shaken up as he goes to the German bench. One shot for the Czechs in that power play. 5 to go in the third period. Germany lead 4-0. And a steal now by the Germans. Bach in. Shoots. He fired it wide. Oh, what a chance there for Bach.
2 goals on the day, a chance to give a 2-goal cushion and a hat trick, and he shot it over top of the net. Oh.
Kubicek. Czechs, by the way, have all hands on deck now. Both their defensemen who served 10 minute misconducts are back out. Bouncing puck knocked away by Hana. Schutz is back out there for the Germans. Kubicek fires. It goes off a leg and wide.
You can't can't be filled with a lot of confidence right now.
Back at the point, Kubicek feeds ahead. Klinkler can't get a shot away. Raška back for Klinkler. That was blocked. Chance now for Stützle. Moving in with Pendergrass. Back across for Stützle. One thing, it threw a stick there.
No, he dropped his stick. Turned out to be a great play.
Raška works in. Drops it back. The Germans are hollering for a penalty there. And now Peterka feeds ahead for Stützle, but the play is called for icing.
This is wild here. Kubicek is going to break up the 2-on-1 by accident. So here's the first chance. Bach reads the drop pass from Haas. He's in clean. He shoots it up over top of the net. And then a 2-on-1 watch. He's going to drop his stick here, and it breaks up the play. Two glorious opportunities for Germany to put this away.
You can't make this stuff up.
No, I mean, this is why this tournament is so great.
Now a lead pass for Tepley. Walking in, shoots. How to get a piece of that? Fed across. Zabransky. He fires. Pinballs on a couple of legs and wide. Moved in by Kucherik. Now Scheer. With Zabransky backing him up. Scheer battling for the loose puck. 3 minutes to go here in the third period. Shaika is poke checked there by Seider, the defenseman who's up front. Seider takes his man down. The referee says play on.
That's a good non-call. Seider made sure his hands were below the waist. He just shoved them forward. Basically, that's a stronger guy pushing a player out of the way.
Hudl feeds it back down in the Czech zone. Picked up by Klinkler. Hudl gathers it up and goes ahead to Bach.
Gordon, here's the one thing. We've been talking about the Germans and how young they are and how fast and skilled they are. It's tough for young people to know how to defend well. And those are important players for the Germans. So now it's not about scoring a goal, it's can you defend. Remember the short game or the short turnaround between games? Germany's been on the ropes here. The penalty trouble. The 2 goals against here in the third period.
Czechs ice the puck there, so the face off in their zone. And the draw won by Pitlick. Klinkler up. Leaves it back for Haas. Fed ahead. In comes Pitlick. Whistle that wide. Haas moves up for it. Bouncing puck knocked down by Wirtz. To the line, splits the Czech D, and back down the ice it goes. 2 minutes to go in the third period. We'll keep an eye on Lucas Dostal, the Czech goal. See when Verada calls him to the Czech bench. Verada's telling his team, get up the ice. Haas up for Chaika. That was poke checked away by Stützle. Dostal is inching towards the Czech bench. Pavel trying to feed that back, gets it back. Kubicek, wrist shot blocked. Kubicek keeps it alive. Peterka moves out to center ice. Dostal is on the Czech bench. The extra skater comes on. It's Yannick. The 6 skaters on 5. Minute and a half to go in the third period. Here we go. Hanna plays it along the board. Seider. Battling for it. Tepley moves it back. Kubicek shoots at the second wide. German sprawling in front of the puck. Tepley along the boards with it now. Loback pokes at it. Tepley had his pocket picked there by Maas. Inside a minute to go now in the third period. Raška walks out of the corner. Series pass, bouncing puck picked up by Stützle. Great move by Stützle. Gained center ice. Fired it wide. And they're going to say from the wrong side of center ice. Icing called against Germany. And the face-off back down to the German zone.
Well, Stützle made the move and then missed the net. Oh, that little guy wants one.
Now, timeout called by the Czechs. Stützle shot at the empty net. I mean, he must have been an inch and a half behind center ice.
And he had a little more room, but once he made the little dive at the blue line, he shot. Well, it is icing. I mean, he had more time than he thought. It's maybe about the first bad decision that he's made today, and now the face-off comes all the way back to the German end. You would think that Scheer would take the draw here. He's taken most of their big ones for the Czechs.
Since Bach's second goal of the game, the Czechs have outshot the Germans 9-1. So the face-off in the German zone. 47 seconds to go. The net is empty. No surprise, it'll be Jan Scheer.